Brawlhalla is in a state of emergency. The community and the Twitter timeline is going off. Today, I want to hop in the rank, play a few matches, talk a little bit about what people are saying on Twitter, and pretty much maybe some solutions that we can give BMG to, help this problem work itself out. So I would say in the past week, I've seen posts from about 5 different Brawlhalla Pro players, all talking about the state of the game and how we can solve the issues that the community is having. But first, I want to let you guys know that I started my own Brawlhalla Twitter account where I will be posting my thoughts, concerns, and clips of Brawlhalla. And it will be the best way for you to reach me, if you want it. I want to start this off with someone who's a staple of this community, who helps hold it up, hype it up, make it enjoyable for everyone, and has genuine criticism and feedback for the Brawlhalla community. And that man is none other than who is Sparky. Sparky is someone who's been in the community for, way before I even knew what Brawlhalla was. Sparky is a esports commentator for the Brawlhalla Pro community, and I believe has a lot of passion and love for the game. Sparky says, I hope Brawlhalla steps several things up now that there is more major competition in platform fighters. I really do. I can agree with this. Now that Multiversus is about to come out within less than a month, it's going to be tough competition for all platform fighters, including Super Smash Bros. I mean, Multiversus is free to play, and everyone's saying that in the alpha, closed alpha, mind you, that it has a lot of things going for it. However, I'm not very concerned for Brawlhalla because Brawlhalla has built its own community. People who enjoy the type of fighting that Brawlhalla has only. Yeah, Multiversus might have similar controls, but the speed, momentum, violence that's in Brawlhalla is really unmatched. But going forward, Brawlhalla really does need to step up. @Wisely says, what in particular are you looking for or hoping for? Sparky replies with, more new major content like characters and weapons, overhaul/rework of the stat system. We need a meta shift. It has been very stale for a long time. More focused penetration into platform fighter space. It feels like we live on Brawlhalla Island. And that's why I believe Brawlhalla really won't ever go anywhere. We have our own island. But those people on that island have concerns and really feel like no one's hearing them, which is very unfortunate because the reason why I got into Brawlhalla a year and a half ago was because I watched a video on how grassroots fun and loving this community really is, including the devs. So I know they care and are listening to us. It's just been a while since we've gotten a response from them. A very loved combo master in the community, Swirftyy, says, I really do love Brawlhalla and I want to see it succeed. But the main thing that keeps me playing games like these is meta shifting and frequent balance changes, so I have incentive to master other characters/weapons. And sadly, that has been kind of stale for a long time. As a lower level competitive player in Platinum, I know that the meta in my elo is a lot different than the meta in higher elos. So I can't really say for myself how the meta needs to shift, but I do know what he's talking about here and how certain weapons have been at the top for way too long. A high-level competitive player at Gawichabo signed to Obey. Gawichabo says, also, add force best of 3 rematches. People should not be able to rematch and leave after doing 2 games. It should force the best of 3. They should also add tourney striking for every ranked match. And the loser of the game, if in a best of 3 strikes, just like it is in tournament. I personally have wanted this for the longest time. Tournament striking, that way we can play on, viable maps, depending on the matchup that we are in. And I feel like doing a best of 3 forced, might be a better way to make friends in the game. It's actually extremely hard unless you go into a Discord or Reddit to find anyone to play with. Now, don't get me wrong. Most of the people that are upset with Brawlhalla have a lot of passion and time put into this game. They just want to see it succeed. For the past couple of years, it seems like it's just been a slow growth and slowly adding crossover content, which helps with tournament prizes, but it's not helping with the new player experience. It's not helping with retention over several months. Any new player that wants to get into the game has to go to YouTube or someone in the community to help them figure out how exactly this game works. See, having new crossovers come into the game might bring new players that are interested and think the characters look cool or have nostalgia with Street Fighter or the Ninja Turtles, but that doesn't help that player understand how this game works. They think it's like Super Smash Brothers, but Brawlhalla is not like Super Smash Brothers. Brawlhalla has a different way that it goes about the whole gameplay, the whole flow. Now, Jake Wares at Jade Wares says, I love Brawlhalla, I really do, but this is a bit ridiculous if you ask me. And it's a picture of 55 legends and 53 crossovers. He goes on to say, I want to emphasize that the point of my post is not that I dislike the crossovers. They're wonderfully executed every time and I have no issues. It's just that I wish for more original game content for the story and the game itself. Now, I agree here. I love the crossovers, but it's starting to get a bit ridiculous. There's nothing else. It's just crossover every other month after a battle pass. And I love it. Trust me, I do love it. I have most of the crossovers. But he's right here. We don't have original content. We don't have original tutorials showing how Brawlhalla is different than other platform fighters. How to dash jump is different than how you would jump in any other platform fighter. But the game doesn't show you these small details within a match that can help you become a better player. Of course, there's content all over YouTube that helps. But your average player, your average gamer, like I'm talking about, they're only able to play when their girlfriend's sleeping. They're not on YouTube watching egg soup guides. No offense to egg soup, I love them, but that, you know what I mean. Original content like a story mode that explains the lore of Valhalla, why there's crossovers from all over different universes at Valhalla, why the legends are there. They can explain the lore better. They can even explain the mechanics instead of doing a tutorial. They can explain the mechanics within a story mode. They could even do it like how Guilty Gear does it, where they have a bunch of different trials that you do. And within those trials, it explains the hidden mechanics. New players need this type of stuff to stay engaged, to stay wanting to get to the next level. Speaking of next level, the ranking system is just a nightmare. It's cringe. It's boring. They need to update the meta, make it less passive, make it fun again, introduce a new rank that gives the high-level players an incentive to keep pushing. I saw on Twitter a picture of someone who had just hit Diamond going up against a pro player. I understand the pro player doesn't really gain anything from winning, but the fresh diamond is not going to gain anything from getting completely demolished by a pro player. It will probably ruin their motivation to keep pushing. But if you introduce a rank at 2300, say, that keeps that fresh diamond in an area that's possible for him to improve himself. He has no idea what to improve when he's playing against someone who's 2600 with a 360 hertz monitor and a 3090 in their computer. Now, my personal favorite Brawlhalla YouTuber is Lockin, signed with Rectify. He says, "God, I wish we had a Tony." Go to that brother's Twitter. He's literally up 24/7 tweeting about what he's doing to multiverses, asking for feedback and replying to everyone's suggestions and questions. Brawlhalla can't even reply to one tweet just to let us know they're aware of big performance issues right now. Now, this is so true. I can't tell you how many times my client has crashed just out of nowhere. And within a ranked match, that's so devastating to your morale and mental. It's extremely tilting when your client crashes 2 ranked matches in a row. Now, Marlewis Stuffa says, "Okay, I officially can't play Brawlhalla. What the fuck? Whenever I start the game, my PC crashes and gives me the blue screen. Probably my PC, but it only happens with Brawlhalla." Look, these aren't major complaints that we have. With LANs coming up, it almost feels like there's a disconnect between us and the developers, and it never felt like this before. Lockin goes on to explain that he's been saying Brawlhalla over multiverses. This isn't even a bias, like 90% of posts are right now. It's just frustration. People at Brawlhalla and at Foda and just get no response, while this Tony brother is replying to hundreds of tweets a day, not even directed at him a lot of the time. I can feel the frustration in this tweet. To put thousands of hours into a game and for a new one to just pop up out of nowhere that everyone is very hype about and has all the fixes that you wanted Brawlhalla, the island, the little old Brawlhalla island, to have. And you're looking across the sea like, man, maybe those waters over there might be a little better, a little warmer. At BMZH_ replies back to Lockin saying, "The problem is, when they did acknowledge our issues through dev streams, it's like they're forgotten. Frame fix took about 3 years since it was mentioned, and it's not even in a good state yet. There were a few other things mentioned in dev streams I don't remember, left forgotten. Personally, I watch almost every dev stream, just for those free viewer rewards. But this is true. I've heard many times them talk about something they want to implement or something they're working on that has not yet even come. Don't get me wrong, Brawlhalla has done so many great things over the past couple years. Even this past year, when I started playing, Greatsword had just released, and it was overbroken. They fixed it and have implemented various changes through ranked and the experimental lobbies. So I know they're listening and I know they're trying. And trust me, we do appreciate them. And we love Brawlhalla very much." At Icy Boys BH says to Brawlhalla, "The last couple days there's been so much hate. We are here to tell you that we love you guys at BMG. And you guys are doing great. We understand that with time comes change. Nothing is meant to stay the same forever, so keep up the great work." He continues with, "If the pros want to leave a game they've been playing for 5 years, that leaves room for new pros to arise. You don't see Michael Jordan still in the league. There has never been a game where the devs really care about the players. Crossovers, legends, skins, trying to improve gameplay, the amount of money being given away, the devs, the fact they keep an open ear to the community. EAC is kind of dumb, but no matter what, you guys are trying, and that's all we can ask for. Thank you, BMG." And that's really the best way I could sum up this whole video. Yeah, there's complaints. Yeah, we may feel that they're not listening, But trust me, I know they do have an ear to us. And I know Brawlhalla will make the changes it needs to succeed even more than it has already. Trust me, I believe in Brawlhalla and BMG. So I spent hours last night going through tweet after tweet after tweet to Brawlhalla, complaining, giving feedback, constructive criticism, everything pretty much. The timeline was going off. So I want to say thanks to everyone I gathered information and different feedback from. They don't know that I screenshotted their tweets, but I appreciate it. I really do. Anyways, you guys enjoy the rest of this clip. I'll catch you in the next episode. GG's. Hey, don't forget to follow my Twitter and my TikTok, and then hit my like and do my subscribe.